We think you deserve a trip this winter, and we've got some ideas as to where you should go. Welcome to MojoTravels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hottest winter destinations for 2019. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the most popular destinations that you should consider for your winter retreat this year, offering up suggestions for all types of travelers, from those looking for sun and sand to those who prioritize cultural experiences and everything in between. Number 10. New York City, United States. We know, based on the fact that most people are trying to escape the cold during winter, not to mention the presence of the word hottest in the title, you likely weren't expecting a destination located in the northern United States. But sometimes, swapping out the mundane cold of your hometown for a winter wonderland is enough to warm you where you need it most, your heart. During the winter season, NYC is utterly transformed, showing a very different side of itself that can only be described as magical. From skating in Central Park or at the iconic Rockefeller Center, to the Winter Wine Festival and the plethora of fireside bars, this city knows how to make the most of this snowy time of year. Christmas can be crowded, but the decorations and storefront displays make for an extra magical experience. Number 9. Bangkok, Thailand. When isn't it a good time to visit Bangkok? Well, technically, May to October is the wet season in Thailand, and the afternoon downpours can be a bit of a damper on your day. But November through February is actually considered to be Thailand's peak travel season, and with good reason. The temperature hovers in a super comfortable range of 64 to 88 degrees Fahrenheit, meaning that you can do outdoor activities without getting overheated or dehydrated, while the beaches on the country's west coast remain warm enough to allow for sunbathing if you feel inclined to move beyond Bangkok. As for the city itself, it is an incredible cultural hub with something to offer every type of traveler at every price point. Foodies will be blown away by the quality and variety of the food, the temples and historic sites are breathtaking, and really, who couldn't benefit from a Thai massage? Number 8. Cancun, Mexico. When someone says beach vacation, chances are that Cancun is one of the very first destinations that comes to mind. And when you're looking for some rest and relaxation or fun in the sun, there is comfort in the familiar. What's not to like about it, right? Sure, the beaches can get crowded, but the shoreline, crowded or not, is stunning. And there's something about that bright blue water that just seems to wash away all the stress of work and home. Parents can relax, sip cocktails, and soak up the sun, while the kids frolic in the water. The weather this time of year is flawless, and there's never a shortage of activities, from snorkeling and paddleboarding to ATV tours and horseback riding. For those looking to learn more about local history, day trips through the Yucatan Peninsula are always a great option. Number 7. Lisbon, Portugal. This city is having a moment, and it is long overdue. The country as a whole is notably less expensive than most other Western European destinations. Now, because of Lisbon's surging popularity, you might not find the affordability one encounters throughout the rest of Portugal, but it is still a bargain compared to most other European capitals. Furthermore, the sights, mild weather, and local culture ensure that every euro you spend is well spent. It is technically the rainy season, but the rain never lasts particularly long, and there are great savings to be had for visiting when there are less crowds. From its pastel-colored buildings and inspiring architecture to its culinary scene, Lisbon knows how to make an impression year-round. Oh, and we didn't even talk about the wine. Number 6. Paris, France. It's one of the most visited cities in the world, but when people imagine themselves sipping wine under the Eiffel Tower, it's not usually during the winter season. Here's the thing though. As anyone who's visited Paris during the summer months will tell you, the throngs of tourists can take a serious toll on your experience. That's why many travelers have instead chosen to prioritize elbow room and ambiance over average daily temperature. And honestly, it makes sense. Paris isn't a beach destination. It's a city of architecture, green spaces, art, music, culture, and, of course, food. None of the above is affected by snow except architecture and the green spaces. And there is an argument to be made that the buildings, landmarks, and iconic parks are even more beautiful with a light covering of snow. Number 5. San Juan, Puerto Rico. This unincorporated territory of the United States was, of course, devastated in the hurricane season of 2017. Thankfully, Puerto Rico is recovering, and tourism has definitely been a significant contributor to the comeback. And it ain't like traveling to Puerto Rico is much of a compromise. The capital city of San Juan is stunning. The cobblestone streets and rows of colorful houses and shops have a charm to them that's utterly unique. The local cuisine is a blend of Spanish, African, and Taino influence, and the end result is delicious. As for the quality of the rum, we could make an entire video dedicated solely to that subject. And while the water isn't at its warmest, it is still undeniably beach weather, even in winter. Number 4. Marrakesh, Morocco. To travel to Marrakesh is to rediscover your senses. It's a city of delicious and aromatic dishes, breathtaking architecture, relaxing steam baths, eclectic marketplaces, and so much more. Thankfully, all of this holds true in winter. All that's missing is the throngs of people, meaning you can actually get better and faster service most places you go. And while the locals might find it cold in December or January, anyone traveling from a northern climate that actually receives substantial snow will find the weather pleasantly warm during the day, the temperature only dipping off in the evening. Number 3. Aspen, Colorado. Here's another destination for those who prefer to make the most of the winter season rather than avoid it. Aspen is heaven on earth for skiers and snowboarders, boasting not 1, but 4 mountains. Though the slopes are world-class and offer plenty of uniquely challenging runs for experienced skiers, it's by no means inaccessible to newcomers to the sport. Why not check skiing or snowboarding off your bucket list by planning out the quintessential winter ski trip? Days hitting the slopes, world-class dining, evenings spent by the fire sipping cocoa, relaxing dips in the hot tub, and of course, a warm, cozy bed to crawl into at the end of the night. Number 2. Canouan, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. Unlike so many destinations in the Caribbean, Canouan benefits from relatively limited name recognition. And really, wouldn't fighting for space on the beach or getting up early to reserve an umbrella kind of undermine the whole point of your relaxing vacation? From the airport to the expansive sandy beaches and bright, crystal-clear turquoise water, you will never feel crowded or rushed here. The island is also home to a world-class golf course. In 2019, CNN dubbed Canouan the Caribbean's next luxury hotspot, and the resort prices do warrant putting an emphasis on the word luxury. But the beaches are open to the public, and there are budget hotels on the island. Number 1. Mexico City, Mexico. There are few destinations currently hotter than this one, regardless of the time of year. Long weighed down by a reputation for being unsafe, Mexico City is finally getting the respect and appreciation it so rightfully deserves as a must-visit metropolis, rich in history and culture, both traditional and contemporary. It's a city that champions the arts and is quickly establishing itself as one of the single most exciting culinary cities in the Americas, if not the world. This is an exciting and vibrant city, and that remains true throughout the mild winter season, with any number of festivals and holidays like Dia de Reyes and the Ambulante Film Festival adding to the city's perpetually rich cultural landscape. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoTravels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.